Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, and welcome back to Healing Aspirations with Amani. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amani Obeid, and I'm a chemical engineer by profession and a holistic dental health coach by passion. And my mission is to help mothers heal their children's tooth decay and help them develop beautiful, broad jaws with plenty of room for 32 resilient teeth. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the top 10 reasons, or should I say excuses, why you decide not to invest in coaching. First of all, before we continue on with the topic, I wanted to give you a little bit of background about some things that you may be experiencing. You're a mother who is getting sick and tired of DIYing it and still not getting the results that you want for your child's tooth decay. A lot of times you're feeling confused on which diet is actually right for your child, right? There's so many different types of recommendations. The other thing is getting other family members to comply with your dietary requirements or what to do when you're, social situations. Another big piece of it for you is you're feeling overwhelmed with the various conflicting oral health recommendations, right? Activated charcoal is good, activated charcoal is bad, coconut oil this, coconut oil that. What do you actually use? And also how to convince your child to actually brush his or her teeth, right? So these are some things that you're experiencing on a day-to-day basis. These are your daily obstacles that you're really, really getting frustrated with. And then your healing aspirations, your bigger vision is you want to heal your child's tooth decay, holistically, right? And you're looking for deeper and sustainable healing based on addressing the actual root cause. And most of the time it's actually multiple root causes. The other thing is you're realizing it's time for you to slow down to go fast, right? You're realizing that you're trying to frantically apply different things here and there, and it's actually not resulting in anything. And so you have come to the conclusion that you actually have to build that foundation of healing before you get any results. And the other thing that's important to you is you want effective solutions that are actually in aligned with your health values, right? And a big thing for you is that you're passionate about full-term breastfeeding, right? So you want to be able to heal tooth decay without having to wean, okay? So you and I talk, we have a great conversation. I explain to you how my program works, and you're like, yep, Amani, this is for me. I'm ready to do this. But then, your stuff, your baggage comes up, right? And that's what I want to help you today, is help you go through your stuff and how it's actually holding you back. And there's a big reason why I say excuses, because at the end of the day, you're either going to have excuses or you're going to have results, right? So I'm trying to show you what it is that's holding you back from getting the results that you want for your child's tooth decay. So let's get started. What are the top 10 reasons? Okay. So one of the biggest reasons, okay, that's very, very common, okay, but again, I like to call it is an excuse, is what? Let's see if any of you guys, by the way, are watching this live, please type live in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're watching the replay, type replay as well. I'd love to hear from you. So a very big common one is, I can't afford it, right? But my question for you is, can you afford not to solve your problem? Okay. Another question for you. What is it actually costing you to not solve your child's tooth decay? Okay. And then, other more detailed questions are, how much are you spending on, supplements, oral health products that you might not even need, right? And I really want to talk about this specifically from a consumerist perspective, right? We are designed and we're programmed in modern society that, it feels good to buy things, right? You feel good when you buy that supplement. You feel good when you buy that new toothpaste. You feel good when you physically buy something that's tangible, right? But as soon as you are embarking on something where you're buying something that doesn't seem so tangible, right? Because coaching is not very tangible. It's something that you experience, that you feel, that you transform through. All of a sudden you're like, oh, I can't afford it. Okay. So we've been programmed that it's okay to buy things, right? Consumerist, right? Materialistic things, but people investing in their mindset, people investing in their emotional resilience, people investing in actually achieving transformation. Oh, that's too expensive. I can't afford it, right? Do you see the difference? Why? Again, it's an excuse, right? That's not how, if a mother wants to actually achieve healing, she has to get past these reasons, okay? Now, let's talk about another one, okay? Another thing that, a very common scenario that, moms use as, like I said, an excuse not to invest in coaching, right? I've explained the program to you. For those of you that are just new to my page, my flagship program is called the Heal Your Mouth, Heal Your Body Mastermind, right? This is a program based on a system that I've designed that's supposed to take you step by step to actually getting the results you want for your child's tooth decay. This is a system for moms who are tired of DIYing it, who actually want to get results like it was yesterday, who are ready to delve in deep, okay? And inshallah, I'm going to have a link in the comments for you to book a clarity call with me to see if this is the right next step for you, okay? But moving on, number 2, right? We've talked about I can't afford it. All right, let's talk about some other reasons why you decide not. You think that you should invest, or should I say your excuse why you don't want to invest in coaching, right? So another one is I got to talk to my spouse, okay? I want to talk to my husband, what have you. But before you go there, you actually must be 150% confident in the decision yourself, okay? So I actually call this a cop-out, okay? And the other thing with that is, you know, let's say you have a dream. Okay, like what if he says no? So are your healing aspirations dependent upon another human being's limiting beliefs, right? So I want you to think back, you know, of a time in your life where you wanted something that was so important for you, and let's say it was out of the budget and expensive, but your husband felt like he can see the passion in you that you really want this, and it's very, very important for you, and he went for it. So again, if you don't have that confidence, you can't expect your husband to be confident in something you're wishy-washy about, right? That confidence has to come from you. And it's happened before where you know, I'm speaking with a woman and she's like, yes, and she knows this is it for her, but then she's like, oh, I got to speak with my husband. I'm like, no, you have to be solid first yourself before you speak with your husband, because if there is any ounce of hesitation in you, he's going to pick up on that, okay? You know, these kinds of scenarios, they don't happen in a vacuum. And so you can't expect, like I said, for your husband to fill in the gaps. You have to be super solid yourself. And I'm speaking about this from experience, you know, where, you know, I was this close to not going for a program because, you know, my husband was thinking, I don't know if this is for you. I don't know if this is going to work. But I was like, you know, and I was this close to like declining. And then I was like, no, man, he doesn't know exactly how I feel. At the end of the day, you know yourself that only God knows how you feel, right? So I was like, am I just gonna, you know, just let this opportunity go away, just, you know, run away from me just because he doesn't see how this could positively impact me? No. And so I went back and said, no, I think this is really, really important with me. How can we make it work? Okay. And so you have to be super solid. And then you're not going up to your husband and asking him like a child asking for candy, you know, can I have this? That's not how you talk. You know, you have to instead, how can we make this work? Okay, that is the mentality you should be having. This is the kind of mindset you should be having. Okay, and again, are your healing aspirations dependent on another human being's limiting beliefs, right? You have to really think about that. Another one, let's go to number 3, okay? I don't know if this is gonna work for me, right? I explained the program to you, you're like, yeah, it makes sense and stuff, but you're like, I don't know if this is gonna work for me, okay? One thing I want to say is if you want healing to be possible for you, you have to believe it's possible for you. If you want it to happen, you have to believe it's possible for you. And what one woman has done, another can do. So you must take ownership and have firm belief it's possible for you. And believe it or not, no one can do that work for you except yourself. Okay. Now, one thing that's unique about the coaching relationship is it's a two-way. It takes 2 to tango in a coaching relationship, right? I'm going to do my part and support you and be there for you and hold you accountable and help you pivot and adjust and do things as necessary. But you got to put in your 50% as well, right? You got to be willing to do the work. You got to be willing to let go of these limiting beliefs, right? Because a lot of times it's our own limiting beliefs that are holding us back from achieving what we want. And you have to be ready to let go of that, okay? Another common scenario, which is similar to, you know, I can't afford it, is it's too expensive. But my question is, too expensive compared to what? Think about it. Too expensive compared to what? The typical cost of a filling under general anesthesia is around what? 5,000 USD. Okay. That's one thing. And the other thing is, what's the price of you healing your child holistically and avoiding not only dental expenses, but avoiding the side effects of dental materials and drugs like antibiotics or nitric oxide or general anesthesia or any of those? You know what I mean? What's the price of you being able to heal your child holistically and completely avoid any of that? Right? Again, if it's possible for one woman, it's possible for you as well. Are you going to take that opportunity? right? Or are you going to say, oh, it's too expensive? People have no problem, again, spending on things, you know, travel, expenses, this, that, the other thing, you know, fancy purses. But you're a different kind of woman and you realize that no, that's not how things work. And you're thinking long-term ahead. Okay, exactly. It's not about, you know, it's about what can I spend? The money's going to go at the end of the day anyways. The question is, how do you want it to go? Because with investing in a coaching program, it's not just about the results, it's about the woman that you become in the process of getting the coaching, the woman that you transform into. Okay, so think about that. Another common fear or concern is, you know, it's too time consuming. One thing for sure is my program is not like a 6-week crash course. It's not something that you're going to do overnight, because I don't ever promise results overnight, right? Tooth decay takes time to happen, and similarly, it's going to take time for it to heal. Okay, and so when you're thinking about things, you're actually going to, one thing about my program is you're actually going to be forced to slow down and go fast. You're actually going to be, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but that's exactly how it works. How many moms are so busy randomly applying different types of recommendations and they're not establishing any sort of foundation of healing? Okay, and so, you know, I want you to think about how many times a day, how many hours a day are you spending scrolling through Facebook posts and other useless activities, right? At the end of the day, everyone has the same 24 hours. And the people who are successful are those who actually focus on the right things during the 24 hours, right? You know, there's, you know, a wide range of different types of levels of success in this world. And we can see people that achieve amazing things and people that don't really achieve anything. Okay, no judgment, but again, we have the same 24 hours. And it's not like someone has more time than you. No, they just, the way they focus on their time, that's what's making the results happen. Okay. Another thing is, oh, you think about it, you're like, you know, I'd rather figure it out myself. Okay. And that's true. You technically could. That's definitely an option out there, right? You definitely could. But the question is, at what cost? What is the cost of you trying to figure it out yourself? Okay. I said it before and I'll say it again. Money comes and goes. Time is your only non-renewable resource. Time is the thing you're never going to get back. And how do you value your time, right? Is it, you know, it's not that big of a deal for you? That's the thing that you don't get back, is your time, okay? And the other thing is dental health issues are complex and they need a multidisciplinary approach to treat. And I've done that work for you. So how many times has a woman told me when she came into my program, she's like, I can finally relax now. She's like, I'm not going on Facebook. I have clients before were telling me, you know, they used to go on Facebook and if they saw a picture of some horrific thing in some child's mouth, you know, they're like, oh my God, I better go to that post, look through every single comment and write down every single thing that was recommended. That way, in case my child has this scenario, I'm actually, you know, solid and good. Okay. My clients now, they're barely on Facebook. They're actually enjoying their time with their families. They're going outside instead of, you know, being fearful and worried and concerned and just living and enjoying their life, right? How many times do moms tell me that, you know, I feel like I'm not enjoying my child's childhood because I'm always fixated on his teeth or her teeth. And I'm always thinking, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? What am I going to do? You know what I mean? What's the value of that, right? That's the value of coaching, is you have someone to mentor you who's already been through this before, and they can actually help you troubleshoot things and accelerate things that if you were to figure it out on your own. Okay. Another common thing is I want to heal on a plant-based diet, and I don't think this is going to work for us. Okay. One thing I want to share with you is my program, the Healing Mouth, Healing Body Mastermind, has many alternatives beyond, you know, to healing beyond diet. Okay. Diet is only one part of the equation. Mind you, it's a very important one, but it's only one part. Okay. And just mindset shift. I'm going to help you process this right now. There are plenty of people who eat animal-based foods and still have tooth decay. Right. So that's not an issue. Right. And there are plenty of resources of healing in plant-based foods. And if you actually take a look at the work of Dr. Weston A. Price and the diet that the indigenous tribes he studied ate, a lot of them had a lot of, you know, plant-based goodness in them. Right. Like, you know, a tribe would have access to 200 different types of foods. Right. You can't get that from just animal protein alone. Right. So that's the limiting belief, you thinking that it's not possible. And I have clients who are able to heal on a plant-based diet. Right. So again, if it's possible for them, it's possible for you. You got to take ownership of that. Okay. Another one. I've already invested in previous coaching services and didn't get results. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to help you with that mindset shift. Your past does not determine your future, right? That's one thing. That's like me saying, let's say a woman had, you know, some sort of traumatic birth experience. She had a cesarean and she feels like that's it. If she has it once, she'll never be able to give birth vaginally again, right? That's not true, right? That's a limiting belief, right? Your past does not determine your future, right? And the other question is, are you willing to try something new, right? The people that get results are those who are willing to try something new. They're willing to take risk. And that's something that most people are afraid of doing, is taking a risk, right? So that's what the concept is of, are you willing to try something new? And the other thing, are you willing to take, you know, to take the positive learning that you got from your previous coaching experience? I don't believe any sort of coaching you've gotten before has gotten you nothing. There's definitely some positive learning you got out of it, right? And, you know, sometimes when clients come to me and say they've done previous coaching before, and they're like, I didn't get as much as I wanted out of it. I'm like, well, guess what? It's a stepping stone to this. And they're like, oh my God, you're right. Me investing in that previous coach led me to you, right? So again, think about it from a positive perspective, right? It's really, really important to keep that in mind. Another one is, I'm not ready. Okay. Ready is a lie. It steals all your hopes and dreams and it paralyzes you from moving forward. And if you think about it, you're never going to be ready no matter how much you prepare. So I'm going to give you a very simple example. Think about preparing for a baby. Are you truly 100% prepared for a baby? You've talked to your mom, you've talked to your best friend, you talked to your midwife, you read all the books and got all the stuff and, you know, all that. Are you actually really 100% prepared? The truth of the matter is you're never going to be 100% ready. Okay. And so this perfection that you have, you got to let go of it because it actually doesn't serve you, right? You got to be ready to jump in, you know what I mean? And do things even when you feel like you're not ready. And to share with you my own personal experience, when a few years ago, I launched my dental health coaching practice, was I 100% ready? Oh, no, I wasn't, right? Was it scary? Oh, yes, it was. But, you know, if I didn't take that risk, if I didn't go, even though I didn't feel like I was ready, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be here where I am today, helping mothers around the world with healing their children's cavities. You know what I mean? And so there's always opportunity in you delving into something when you're not ready. And you're gonna, you know, the transformation is just phenomenal. Okay. Now, the other thing that's kind of similar to the whole I'm not ready is I'm afraid of the change. Okay. I can totally appreciate this. But again, let me help you make that mindset shift. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results, right? Okay. So the question is, are you eager for the results? If you are, you got to do something different, right? So what it comes down to is you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay. That's what I really want to share with you today. So as you can see, there are so many reasons why we actually take ourselves out of the equation, how we take ourselves out of the game, right? How many times has God actually given you an opportunity? You're like, I'm not ready for it, right? But it's a golden opportunity. You know, how many moms message me and they're telling me, oh my God, I accidentally stumbled on your page and I feel like it's the answer to my prayers. Get on a call. They're like, yeah, this is for me. And then they freak out because like, oh my God, am I actually really doing this? Am I actually really doing this? Right? And those are the people that get results when they actually get past these limiting beliefs. Okay. Again, what are most moms busying themselves with? Which toothpaste should I buy? Which supplement should I get? What kind of foods should I feed my child? Okay, these all have a context, but what about your mindset? What about your emotional resilience? What about the woman that you become in the process of healing your child's tooth decay? Does that not have any weight, right? So inshallah, I hope this was beneficial to you. Let me know if you're interested, inshallah. Let's get on a call. I call it a clarity call for a reason, because even if you don't invest in me, okay, even if you don't invest in my program, you're going to get a lot of clarity, and I'm here to serve you, inshallah ta'ala, for God's sake, okay? And so let's get on a call. I'll post the link for you below. And if you are getting a lot of benefit, I'm sure a lot of you are, be sure to like and share my page. Invite your friends to like and share the page, inshallah. And don't forget, if you are not in my private Facebook group that's exclusive for moms, be sure to join that as well. Okay. Perfect. Jazakumullahu khairan. Thank you so much for tuning in. And with that, don't forget, keep on smiling because it looks great on you. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you.